So let's hear it for Josue and Rebecca Soto. One, two, one, two.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
I gotta say, I was super nervous before getting here, and I was sweating it. I think I worked on our PowerPoint all last night. And then I walked in and I said, it's just my friends. It's just my friends. So I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Thank you so much for coming. We've heard from a lot of amazing top producers and influencers. Jenna, you're just getting started. You're doing an amazing job. I can't wait to see how you build your empire. Who was next? Brittany. Girl, I got to get with you.
Yes, Brittany.
I got to get with you and fix my PowerPoint.
And Alex, amazing message, man. I love that vision message, man.
No, and Ozzy, I was there for that Clubhouse talk. And I remember when Veronica was telling us all about it, how she connected with this guy. And I'm so proud to call him my brother today, you know? So friggin' awesome. And so a little bit about Josh and I. Originally, I was a dental assistant. And
I was a truck driver.
You were a truck driver. So tips I have for you today: brush 3 times a day, floss, visit your dentist twice a year. So no, not today. But we made a decision to become real estate agents. Together, we took the class, passed, and immediately got started working. And I remember telling my broker, and it was an independent company, and I said, yeah, I want to learn everything I need to know before I get out there. And she goes, okay, so while you're learning, I'll be closing deals over here. And I thought, oh, ouch. And I don't know if anyone can relate to that, where you want to learn everything that you can before you get started. And the truth is, you're just getting in your way. And I was always, and even till today, I probably still get in my own way. And I said, you know what? I need to just go. I just need to do it. And so immediately I started connecting with buyers and sellers and just working with figuring it out along the way. And eventually, of course, this was a long time ago, we had a little thing called the market crash.
Exactly. That was back in 8, 9, and 10. So the first couple of years, you know, Rebecca and I, we did very well. Even when we came into the business, and she's right, we just dove right into it. We hardly didn't know anything about the business, but we were doing very well in the business. You know, I'm a driver, so no one's going to tell me no, because I'm going to do it anyway. That's who I am. I learned from my sister Veronica here. And, you know, at that time, you know, we were doing very well in the business. And, you know, there's something called the market crash in around 8, 9, 10, around there. And even though we were still doing well, we were losing a lot of clients. We would go to the table and all of a sudden one of our clients lost their jobs. And you hear all these stories that I felt like we were counselors, and we are counselors, honestly. Always remember that, guys. We're real estate agents, but we're counselors, mentors. The list goes on. And we heard all these stories, and it was so devastating to Rebecca and I because, man, you know, we love this business. We want to help people. We're making these people, you know, we got to understand, we're here this is our purpose, guys. Our purpose is to bring these families and let them live the American dream. This is what they worked so hard for, and all of a sudden it just fell flat in their face, every one of them.
So a little bit about our family. Let's see if I can get that working. Which direction is it? This way?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So that's our family. I've got 2 sons, a daughter, and a badass grandson, Jet Liam. They are the reason why we wanted to join and be in real estate to begin with. I mean, of course, we wanted to be able to help families move into their first home, their dream home, help people with investment properties, second homes, all of that, right? But we're doing it for them. We're doing it so that we could afford the time to be at all their activities. And so as we were working hard, building the business, crushing it every day, but we would go home and be with the kids. And we didn't really invest more time in coaching or growing further. So it got to a point where we were at the top of our skill set. And I remember taking a step back, and by the way, by now we've opened up our own brokerage. We've opened up our own brokerage, and I'm thinking we need to make some serious investments here. We need to either invest in some heavy coaching, get some better technology, bring in some people, and I just felt overwhelmed at the thought of all those things, but real estate is moving so quickly then as it is today. And technology, Jesus Christ, I just got the 12, the 13 came out, is the 14 out yet? I mean, you can't keep up with that either. It's a lot. And I remember taking a step back and telling Josh, we need to make a change. And he's like, what are you talking about? We're doing great. We've got business, and I'm closing deals. And I said, honey, this is not building the wealth that we need. And so I needed to, as I was looking at what our 10-year plan would be, I kept thinking, this is not going to build wealth. The route that we're going, it's not going to build enough wealth for us to be able to retire early. Because, of course, I don't want to wait till I'm 70. And I'll probably never fully retire, but you don't want to be crushing it out 100% for the rest of your life, right? So you got to be able to make money while you sleep. And I remember telling him this, we need to align ourselves with a company that's going to take us into the future. And
yeah, and the reason why we put this quote up here is, if we change our outlook, we change our outcome. And Rebecca's diving deeper into this conversation. And there's a reason where we're leading you guys into this conversation. It was because when she brought this up to me, this decision that she felt that we needed to make, I was not thinking that way. So I'll let her go on a little bit about the story, and I'm gonna close it out at the end, and you guys are gonna understand a little bit where we're taking you through this journey.
And the interesting thing is that no one had tried to ever recruit us. Well, I shouldn't say no one ever, but as far as EXP or anything like that, it hadn't come our way. And these were just thoughts that we had, that we knew we had to make these decisions. And so I remember I was talking with John Marone, coach, I don't know if you guys know him, and he was going to be a speaker at one of my events. And I remember him texting, or not texting, Facebook messaging somebody. And of course, John doesn't live in our market. So he messages somebody on Facebook and says, you need to be at this event. And I look at the name, he tags him, and it's Carlos German. And so the weird thing about this is that I had just asked him, what do you think about EXP? And so it was so weird that he would tag him. So I said, who is this Carlos German? Because I've never heard of him. And so I check out his page. Doesn't look like anything, out of the ordinary. And I said, well, let's see if he shows up to the event. And so I'm sitting at the front of the event, front row, right? And all of a sudden, this guy comes in, sits right next to me, front row. I was like, I look over, and he introduces himself, and I'm like, oh, okay.
He was actually
Carlos
sitting
German,
between Rebecca and I. Like, literally, he was right in the middle between us.
He does exactly what he's told. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. He didn't really speak much that day. I find out later that he was still new in EXP, getting started probably. And so then fast forward, he comes back to like our last event of the year. And by then, he brings another friend with him that I've never seen before. And they're just kind of checking us out. And I'm not thinking nothing of it, just being friendly, networking, right? And they invite Josh to go out to lunch.
Yeah, I guess this is the moral of the story, is I'll shorten it up. Gil, this is his story to me. Gil said, he said, Carlos, I want to be that guy right there. And he was talking about me. This is the way, I'm doing the way Gil showed me how he did it. So Gil, he introduced me, and he says, listen, I'm going to Dominican Republic. I'm going on, I think it was your anniversary. And he goes, but I want to see you next week. You're available next week. And sure enough, this guy was messaging me from Dominican Republic. Hey, we still on for next week, right? So I was like, yeah, we'll sit down. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't understand I didn't even know what I was walking myself into. I just wanted to meet them because they were very nice guys. I was like, you know what? I felt a little bit like Veronica said. It's like you just wanted to hear and get to know people. That's who we are. We're connectors. So we just like to we like to meet people. And sure enough, when we sat down, and I still remember we were in, oh my God, what's the name of the place in downtown? There you go, he knows. We sat there, and he just got to the point. He said, man, this is what we're building. This is our vision, and we want you to be part of it. And I said, oh, okay. So tell me a little bit more. He told me like 2 more minutes. And I said, okay, who else is coming? He went down the list. As soon as he says, Veronica, I said, I'm in. And the reason why, and I touched real quick on this, the reason why is because for many years, we knew Veronica. We were always friends. We respected her. She even spoke in a couple of our events in NARUP. But we never understood why we never could work together. And I knew that being surrounded by these 3 leaders were going to able to take us and understand and build us to where we wanted to go. So it just wasn't Veronica, it was the whole package that came together. And when I seen this, I went home. I'm not kidding you guys. This is how quick it was. And she's never seen me because I like to take things in. I went back to the office. I said, Rebecca, pack it up. We're leaving. We're going to EXP. That's it. That quick.
And I'm like, wait, because we've been talking about making a change for 2 years, and that's it. You come in and you're like, that's it, we're packing it up.
Just like that.
I was so stunned. I was like, what? I don't know. What happened?
She was stunned. Like, I don't think she's ever seen me, make a decision that fast. And she just stood there, taking it all in for 2 or 3 minutes. She was like, oh, okay. All right, we're good.
And here's the thing. He explains to me what, that short vision, and you guys were just talking about it right now, that you were wanting to come together and create a bond among brokers to support and collaborate with one another. And I said, I want to be part of that. And Josh knew my heart. He knew I wanted to be part of that. That's why he was able to make that decision right away for us.
Absolutely.
But I said, I'm all in. And it was just a vision that they had at the time. How many times people shared a dream or vision with you, and then you're like, you'll probably never do that, right? And I don't even know them. I didn't know Gil. I didn't know Carlos, not really, just by name. Veronica I knew, but she was somewhere else. And I thought, if there's an opportunity that we could really collaborate together, I want to take a chance on that.
Absolutely.
And that was the beginning of the Global Alliance, and I am so proud to be part of that alliance. It's just meant the world to me to have that family, to have that support, to be among these top producers, top brokers, visionaries, creatives, and I just feel like I grow just being next to them. They don't have to teach me nothing. They don't have to be intentionally telling me anything. Just being in their presence, something is going to rub off, right? And those are the rooms that I wanted to be in. I knew that I wanted to work with Veronica. I didn't like the company she was with. No offense. It's a great company, but I have my own brokerage. Why would I do that? It didn't make sense for me. But I was looking for something different. I was looking for a new model. And when we heard about the EXP model, we did like it. But it was so early on, we had never heard of EXP when we originally heard about it. And we were like, who are they? Are they a solid company? Or I've never heard of them. I wanted to know who they were. And, excuse me. And so, when we saw that they were coming, I said, that's it, we're in. I trust them.
Yeah, and I remember we were almost 1 year in, and Lorena and Gil took us out to dinner. We were at EXP Con. And I remember Rebecca and Lorena went to the ladies' room, and Gil and I were sat at the table for 10 minutes. And I remember the conversation we had for those 10 minutes. It was so deep, and he just looked right at me with a serious face. He says, how many people you think you can bring into this organization right now? I'm not kidding you. This is Gil. That's how he is. You got to get to know him, but you still love him. And I looked at him, and I was like, damn, I never thought about that. But it made me think and realize, okay, if I can sit on stages and speak to someone, and I can put organizations together, Rebecca and I, we've been doing this for so many years. Now, why can't I do the same thing and bring and save lives with this company? Mm-hmm. So I sat there and I was like, damn, he's right. I said, Gil, I'm going to have 500 people in my third year. He remembers that. And he says, if you bring me 500, I'm taking you out to dinner. It's coming.
It's coming, it's coming. But, what's that? We didn't even talk about the book yet, but there's so much that has changed since we made that decision to join. We came in with 4 agents, and we are now 346 agents as of today and counting. And the truth is, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I am not the most well-spoken person in the room, and I say that just as long as you get out there, you run, and you just do it. Listen to these people. Trust. Do it. I would put them on 3-way calls with Veronica. We took a minivan ride to Naples, and we've had such a great time attracting agents, changing lives. And that's what I get most proud of. I don't know how we're doing on time. It sounds like we're running out. I'm going to skip that. But I did want to show off a little bit about our global team here. And this is not all of them. These are just a few. If you're with a global legacy, can you stand for a second?
Real
I know
quick.
that we have a lot of people here today.
Stand up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, guys. Proud of you. Love you. Just quickly, 𝗚𝗲𝗹𝗺 there at the top, he came in and he didn't really know us that well, but he knew he wanted to align himself with us. And he says, I got connections in Puerto Rico. We weren't in Puerto Rico. And he's like, Rebecca, we got to open Puerto Rico. So he was on me, and so we started doing a series of Zooms. We started telling people about what EXP could be. We gathered up critical mass, and together with 𝗚𝗲𝗺, Veronica, and 𝗚𝗿𝗿𝗺𝗺, we opened up Puerto Rico. And it was a collaborative effort, right? We all pitched in and worked together. So now we have a large group out in Puerto Rico right now. 𝗖𝗿𝗿𝗹𝗺 and Oscar Morales, they are phenomenal. I know they're in here somewhere. Hey, luxury team, what's up? And they are real estate instructors, have lots of connections, and immediately helped to bring in some agents from Spain. I believe they're working, I don't know if I could say it, they're working on Dubai. So we're going to have some agents from Dubai. And I heard you say another one, I don't know if I could say that name, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. And then Lucy over here, she's a badass. Where are you at, Lucy? Hey. Lucy says, from the beginning, I want to go global. I want to go global. I see the vision. My name is Q International. And she says, as soon as Colombia opens, I'm going there. Well, she is a woman on a mission because she's been doing lives every day. She's been holding masterminds. She's visited Colombia, and that's her home, la tierra bella, ¿verdad? Pero
And what's important thing about Colombia is like her passion is teaching. And I remember we had this conversation. I said, why Colombia? She says, you know why, Josue? Because I'm going to show EXP that Colombia can be a country of production. Just like that.
And she opened up her phone. She showed me her snapshot. She has those agents prospecting, doing power hour phone calls, follow-ups, the whole nine. So they are going to be the most productive, and I believe it. Miss Ruth leads a powerhouse team, Premier Lifestyle Group, and she's been crushing it. She's also got agents from Dominican Republic in her down, and it's a collaborative effort. Those 346 people, those aren't people that I directly spoke to. These agents, they come in and they get excited and they want to tell other people about it too. And I think that's the responsible thing to do because I know that I love this company and it would hurt not to be able to share that with someone, right?
And as some of the other groups, what I'm most proud of also is that if you look at some of these pictures right now, we at Global Legacy have 5 iconers in yesterday's icon thing. 5. So I'm so proud to say that.
So proud.
And that's not even cappers, because I think we got about 8 or 10 cappers right now.
And these aren't all the teams, but I am so proud of these teams. And these teams are wanting to take on the legacy name to continue that legacy. And I'm going to point out one right here, which is my daughter that I'm most proud of right now. Stay here. She's had quite a journey in her real estate walk, and she was part of that opening team for ESP Puerto Rico. She is now working full-time as an agent and, of course, attracting, and she has a team. She's brought in her stepmother, who has now brought in 5 other agents, so her team is growing, and I'm so excited for her. Guys, I know I went past time. Thank you. If we change our outlook, we can change our outcome.